Am I the asshole for exposing my parents' forged contract in front of 15 family members at a lunch they organized to pressure me into paying?
But remember, she reviews contract. I am literally screaming right now. They stole her social security card, forged her name, and then They stole her social security card, forged her name, and then
I'm a compliance consultant based in London. I review contracts for a living. I say that up front because it's relevant to how badly my family miscalculated. 3 weeks ago, my sister got married in North Carolina. I flew 18 hours to be there. I had the invitation, had a seat at the reception. My mom had confirmed multiple times that I was expecting. I got to the venue in my dress and my dad stepped in front of her. Doran told me the event was family only. I said I was family. He said my sister didn't want any drama and it would be better if I went back to my hotel then. He went inside. I stood there for a minute holding my invitation. Then I got a cab back to my hotel and sat on the bed for a while trying to figure out what had just happened. I ordered room service. I flew home 2 days later. Nobody called back. 3 days after the wedding, my mom called. She said the venue was billing for the remaining balance. $38,000. She said I needed to pay it because I had signed as a guarantor. I told her I had never signed anything. She said my name and details were on the contract and that it was legally binding. My dad got on the phone and told me if I didn't pay, the venue would pursue collection and they could lose their house. He said I needed to stop being difficult. I said I would look into it. Then I hung up and called the venue. I asked for a copy of the contract. When I got it, I looked at the signature line for seconds. It wasn't my signature. Not even close. I called the venue back. After some back and forth, a staff member confirmed that a man matching my dad's description had come in and signed on behalf of the guarantor, telling them his daughter had authorized him to sign for her. Then I went to check the filing box I'd left in my old room at my parents' house. I still had a key, so my social security card was gone. So were copies of my old tax returns. They had gone through my things and used my personal documents to forge a financial guarantee on a $38,000 contract. I'm going to let that sit and sit there for a second because I'm still sitting with it. Myself to this week, my family organized a lunch. 14 people, based on what my mom told me. She called it a family gathering. I've been in enough high-pressure situations professionally to know exactly what it was. I said I would come. I have the forged contract. I have my passport. I have a written statement from the venue. I'm planning to let my family make their case first and then put everything on the table. Some friends think I should handle this through legal channels quietly instead of making it a public confrontati. That'll damage relationships I might want later. That doing it in front of relatives will make me look vindictive even if I'm completely right. I don't think I'm wrong, but I want to know if other people think I am I the asshole? Also genuinely asking, is there a version of this where I should have gone to my parents privately first before the venue? Before lunch. I've been going back and forth on it, and I can't tell if I'm being reasonable or if I'm just angry and calling it a strategy. The lunch is tomorrow, not too long. Didn't read, flew 18 hours to my sister's wedding. Got turned away at the door by my dad. 3 days later, my parents called demanding I pay a $38,000 venue bill they claim I signed. I never signed anything. The signature is forged, confirmed by the venue. They used my SSN and personal documents to do it. My family organized a public lunch to pressure me. I'm going with a folder full of evidence. Am I the asshole? Edit, just reread this back to myself, and I sound very calm. I want to clarify that I am not calm. I have not been calm for about 2 weeks. I just go quiet when I'm actually upset, which apparently reads as composed. Edit 2. It's 1 a.m. Lunch is in 9 hours. Still reading comments. Thank you for all of this, genuinely. Going to try to sleep.
But our girl is a compliance professional in London. She doesn't cry, she collects receipts. Hard evidence, ready to drop a bomb in front of foreign relatives. Is he going to Oh my gosh, she literally pulled out her passport and the forced contract like a boss. Did you check the facts and realized he married into a family of scammers? The wedding
update 1 and 2 days later, okay. So the lunch happened at 14 people. My aunts, uncles, a few cousins, my grandmother. Most of them had clearly been briefed beforehand because when I walked in, there was already that specific kind of energy in the room where everyone knows what they're there for. That my mom went first. Talked about family loyalty, the wedding, how disappointing it had been that I was being uncooperative about the bill. She didn't mention that I had been turned away at the door. People nodded as my dad talked about the contract being legal and how I was putting the family at risk by refusing to take responsibility. He said some things about how he raised me and what he expected from a daughter, and I sat there and listened to all of it. My sister sat at the other end of the table and didn't look at me once her husband was there too. He was quiet. I noticed that. I waited until there was a full pause and nobody had anything left to add. Then I took the folder out of my bag. I put the venue contract on the table. I put my passport open next to it with the signature page facing up. I didn't say anything. I just let the people closest to me look at both. As my aunt leaned forward, looked at the contract, looked at my passport, looked up at me, so then I put down the venue's written statement, confirming that a man, matching my dad's description, had come in to sign on behalf of the guarantor. I told them about my social security card and my tax documents, that they had gone through my old room and taken my personal documents without my knowledge, that those documents had been used to put my name on a contract. I never agreed to that. My dad said I was twisting things as my sister's husband picked up the contract. Read it, picked up the venue statement. Read that, set them both down. Pushed his chair back and walked outside to make a phone call. He was out there for about 20 minutes. When he came back, he said to my sister that they needed to talk. He didn't look at my parents at all, I thanked everyone for coming and left. I don't know what happened after I walked out, and honestly, right now I don't have the capacity to care. That will update when the venue confirms their decision.
To the fight of that, because the full hour of this lunch is absolutely wild. Return years, and the sister honeymoons in Bali canceled. And the sister texting, I hope you are happy to steal her money. You spread this on yourself. I love that's OBE back on London, enjoying their siesti. By the popcorn.
Update to finale. Venue sent their letter last week that my guarantor status has been officially removed. A full $38,000 has been transferred to my parents as the primary contract holders. From what I've heard from a cousin, my dad sold his car and some equipment from his shop. My mom has started working part-time. First time in about 30 years that my sister's husband canceled their honeymoon in Bali, used the deposit refund toward the venue debt. I don't know what is happening with their marriage, and I haven't asked as my sister sent me one message. It said, I hope you're happy. I didn't reply. I'm not sure what I would have said. I'm not happy exactly. I'm just done that my parents haven't contacted me since lunch. I haven't contacted them either. I haven't blocked anyone. I've just stopped waiting. I've been back in London for 2 weeks now. It's quieter here. In a good way. I keep thinking about the moment my dad stepped in front of that door. How certain he looked. And then I think about him walking into a venue and signing my name on a contract and thinking that was going to work. That I was just going to pay for it. That I wouldn't look closely enough or push hard enough or know what I was looking at so they picked the wrong person to forge a contract on. That's the most honest version of how this ends, as no one signs my name except me. Not the asshole, I think. Or maybe the whole thing is just sad, and the question of who was the asshole stopped mattering somewhere around the time I found my social security card was gone. I hope everyone is okay out there. Thank you for the comments on the original post. They helped more than I expected on a night when I really needed them too. Too long. Didn't read. Venue removed me as guarantor. Full $38,000 transferred to parents. Dad sold his car and shop equipment. Mom got a job for the first time in 30 years. My sister's husband canceled the honeymoon. My sister sent one message. I didn't reply. Back in London, done.
And do you think the system marriage